Welcome. This video is explaining how to use MultiMC to install mods like Litematica and how to use those mods to convert a 3D model into something that you can actually place in your Minecraft world, called a schematic. It really allows you to expand on your builds and large-scale block placement. This video assumes that you have all of the files required to install MultiMC, as well as all of the files to install your mods, the .jar files. It also assumes that you have some kind of experience with a CAD program, because Tinkercad, what I use to actually convert them from 3D models to a schematic, it's a fairly intuitive program. If you haven't worked with one before, it might trip you up a little bit, but you'll watch me work with it and you'll probably get it.
Starting from your fresh install on Mac or Windows, should just be a double click on the installation file for your given operating system. From there, you're going to want to boot up MultiMC. And you're going to need to add an instance. I have one here, but you will need to add one. You want to choose whatever version of Minecraft you would like to go for, the latest snapshot or the latest actual supported version. And you're going to want to install that. It'll do all that for you. From there, you want to edit the instance. So you're going to go over to that on the right side here, right there, and you're going to click on Install Fabric. Once you've installed Fabric, you can go to Add Mods. So you can add a mod from this button right here, and that will bring up a folder browser where you're going to find your version, or your .jar of Litematica. You want to install that. I've chosen the Litematica Fabric version here. And then after that, real simple, you're just going to launch. You're going to let MultiMC do all the work for you, and it's one of the reasons why I really like this program. You'll see that when you run into something like a problem, look at this. You can see it's giving you an output that I don't have the mod MALIB installed. So I'm going to want to go online, find that jar file, and install that. Most of this stuff is well supported online. You'll be able to find the version that fits you. So now that I have that file, I'm going to add that one, and I'm going to launch it again. You'll see now that we've installed MALIB,
you'll see that I've turned from a chipmunk into a normal human again. And also, Minecraft actually booted this time.
So now to convert your 3D model into a schematic, we're going to be using an online software called Autodesk Tinkercad. What this allows you to do is to output a .schematic file from your 3D model. So what you'll see here is options to create a new design. You won't have any of these things here because I've already created these models. You'll want to import your model into the Create New Design folder. So once you've clicked Create New Design, it'll jump to this screen and it'll show you that it's got nothing there. But once you're there, you can import your .stl. You're going to want to make sure that your .stls aren't bigger than 25 megabytes. So you'll need some kind of a program to scale them down if they are too large. I would recommend Blender. It's a great option. From here, you can see that I've got pretty much the same navigation as any other program for CAD. You know, left click or right click to move around, left click to select and scale, shift to scale proportionally. This has a special little option up here. It's got this blocks option that you can see. It just popped up here. What you want to do is click on that, and it'll show you a big, messy voxel cloud. You can see that it's converted the model, but our model wasn't really big enough to be able to see. So luckily there's 3 scales of options here that you can use. It'll take a second for the largest one, obviously, because it's got to put more blocks in place. But what this will allow you to do is have some more resolution so that your model can actually be communicating what it is, as opposed to just a strange mountain of gold. So you'll see that this one's taking my computer quite a while. Oh, and here we are. We've got somewhat of a semblance of Mount Rushmore, and it gives you a tree for scale, so you have some idea before you export it into the program. And you have the choice of blocks. Not every block. You can't use stairs or any other special blocks like that, but most of the solid blocks are available. And this is really just as an outline anyway, so you can kind of test out a shape or get the idea of a shape to follow as a guide in your survival world.
Once you're finished and you're at the scale that you want, you're going to click Export. This will bring up a option here to save your file, and then it's going to save it. You can see I added number 1 here because mine's already been downloaded. Once you've navigated to where that folder is, you can copy this schematic, copy it, and then you'll go into the Minecraft folder of your instance that you choose to have, and you'll want to go into the schematics and then paste it. You can see mine's already been pasted, so I'm just going to cancel that. Now that we've created a Litematica schematic, we can import that into our world, and we can directly paste it and see what it would look like inside of our world. The key to use for Litematica is the M key. So that allows you to see all the options here for Litematica. The first thing you want to make sure you're on is that you're on the paste schematic in a world. This will allow you to actually produce the blocks of a schematic, because generally a schematic is just a blueprint to allow you to follow. The other thing you'll want to do here is choose your hotkeys and go to execute operation. I like to set that as the X key, and it makes it accessible for your hand when you're left and right moving, and it makes everything easy there. So from here, you're going to click M again, and you want to load a schematic. We're going to go in and we're going to find our Mount Rushmore that we just made, and we want to load that schematic.
You see, it's going to warn you that, all kinds of weird stuff is happening. I don't generally pay attention to it. So what you'll see now is you'll see that you have a very, very laggy world. Only on my computer because it's not very powerful. So I'm just going to fly you guys to a position where you can see that we've actually got a pretty cool model here. But you'll see that as I just showed you, that we can fly right through it. So what you want to do is use the
tool for Litematica. It's a stick, oddly enough. So you'll just use it, and you want to hold on to it, and you can see that it's showing you that it's a tool, that it's there, and you can see that the mode you're in is in paste schematic in the world. What you'll do from this point is just hit X to execute the operation. And it has scheduled the task, and you are now in Lag City. So what you'll see is that this schematic is about to replace every block that is in. And you're done, guys. Hopefully you can use this technique to build crazy 3D models in your world and add extra flair to your survival worlds. Thanks a lot. If you have any questions, leave a comment.